has changed forever since COVID-19 took the streets. And it holds true for the entertainment industry as well. We all have burning questions, but it's a good thing we have notable director Ram Madhvani with us to answer all of them. Ram Madhvani sir, thank you for speaking to us for Mashable Outreach.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you all asked me to be on this.
Aarya is getting rave reviews. I mean, obviously it's the talk of the town for all the right reasons. Are you happy? I mean, because I'm assuming the post-production and the promotions free, especially in lockdown, wouldn't have been easy.
I'm relieved. You're always anxious that when you made something, whether people will like it, not like it. But one is that there is a palpable buzz, a big relief.
True.
And two is, I'm told that even over the weekend, it has done extremely well in terms of viewers and, people, therefore we're receiving that love.
Right.
And obviously I'm relieved and I'm very thankful. What happened was that we finished our shooting, I think it was March 10th is when we finished our shooting.
Right.
I think March 18th is when the country went into lockdown. So what has happened in the last 3 months is actually I have not had a single moment to sit down. We have been finished the whole post-production of Aarya, and so all of us trying to just get the work done. And hats off to my sound department, my editing department. There's so many of them. I wish I could take all their names, but they actually made that possible, including my executive producer Prabhu, who's just, and Amita, obviously my wife and co-producer on Ram Madhvani films. In at it, making sure that we can actually get this out.
What would be the new normal, and what are the tropes that we will probably have to do away with, once we resume work full-fledgedly?
I preferred the old abnormal. I don't have another film right now that I'm meant to be shooting, thank God for that. But if I did have, actually it would mean that I would have had to keep people in quarantine. I would have had to keep my youth in quarantine. I would have had to have safety protocols. I would have had to have health audits. It's all of that is something that we will have to go through, and it is something that we'll have to do soon. And yes, the industry will start again. We just have to make sure that we are 100% safe and that we've got all the quarantine protocols into place. Will we make content? Yes. When will you get to see it, especially in the theatres, which is where we do also want to see some kind of content, right? There are some that you want to see there. It's an experience that, will the situation change? Yes, it will change. Will stories change? No, stories won't change.
What survival strategies in place, like as a new producer?
I mean, this is something that has come into our bodies. The world is in a way in ICU, right?
Correct.
We are going to have to now deal with how to get ourselves going. Of course, it's indefinite. One of the things that I do every day is meditate. It is something that allows me to cope. In the last 2-3 months, we have made 4 or 5 commercials. While in lockdown, my other directors have worked, I have worked. Obviously, those commercials are simpler commercials. They're not big movies. But if we don't get work soon, it's not just us, right? It's down the line. I have a bunch of people to support me. There are carpenters and there are painters on sets.
Absolutely.
We had 588 people. We are here because they were there. I'm deeply grateful to them for doing the work that they did. So I think that it is a cycle that we're all in, right? This economic cycle. If we don't earn, we can't spend. If we can't spend, we can't earn. So this sort of consumeristic, which is not a bad thing, capitalistic, which is not a bad thing either, sort of circle that we now find ourselves in, which so much of our entire livelihood depends on this. On one hand, I feel it's good that the earth has got a holiday. I want to start a movement which says earth holiday for 2 weeks every year so that we can reset climate, we can reset the environment. But on the other hand, I think that one of the lessons to learn from this is what is the balance, the big conversation that needs to happen, because I'm hoping that the virus we'll be able to deal with soon.
You are someone who has produced content for several mediums, be it the 90 seconds commercials or the 2-hour feature films, and now, 8-hour content for a web series like Aarya. Tell us, what are the basic fundamental difference between all these mediums, and if it changes your approach?
I want to continue making advertising. I keep telling everybody in ads, no, मैं ads banata hu. So, like for everybody else in the, when they watch it, it's an impermanent, sort of medium. Things,
Right.
you forget things that fast. For me, it's permanent. It is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with shows and movies, they are permanent mediums. But for me, those are impermanent.
Right.
Because
Right.
that's not what I do, right? I do that at times. What I really do is advertising. And I find that my learnings of the audience, because I'm in the feelings business, I'm in the emotional business, I'm in the mood alteration.
Right.
I moods like a drug does, right? मैं क्या बेचता हूँ, मेरा धंधा क्या है, मैं feelings बेचता हूँ, मैं emotions बेचता हूँ. तो क्या होता है कि I'm more interested in really reaching out to the audience in a way in which I can make them feel, cry, laugh, get affected, alter their moods. And I try and do that with a thali, right? It's a thali. And therefore, even in Aarya, you will see that, relationship hai, crime bhi hai, thriller bhi hai, rona bhi hai,
It's a
gana bhi
perfect
hai.
mix.
Sometimes, okay, you may not like Karela in your thali. It's okay, please have the dal. I like it all. And therefore, similarly in my career, I want to do it all. I want to do all of these things. I also made music videos. I made short films. Very often in Nirja or in Aarya, what do I want to say? Second, how do I want to say it? And third, very importantly, how do I want to make you feel? And these three things are the things that I find the same in all three mediums.
Correct.
So I don't find, apart from obviously the durations and the sprinting, and the other thing is that what happens in a movie, you come to the theatre. It's by appointment, right? Whereas in a show, I am coming into your house, and there is a line which Aarya says in the show, which says, trust is good, but control is better.
Yeah.
And I was making a joke out of it the other day, which said, trust is good, but remote control is better. Don't use that remote control against me, because you have the power. So that I think is the fundamental difference, that in advertising, you don't have the choice. I'm there and I'll repeat it and I'll repeat it and repeat it. In a movie, once you come into the hall, you're held captive. You can't escape.
No.
We will be in theaters, and different things will be in different platforms.
Do you think that we are finally looking at the right spectrum of the side and giving credit where it is due? Because since there is no pressure of the number game, no weekend opening collections, no Monday litmus test, is it a different ball game altogether?
I think we are all in the same boat, right? And the boat runs on economics. And even though we want to be in art, we are in the business of art.
Yeah.
We are in the business of feelings. We're in the business of emotions.
Right.
We're literally in the business of art. We're in the business of craft.
Yeah.
Now, we're not in the art of business. The first word that comes in is the business of art. Since we are talking about credit, let me also say that Sandeep Modi is my co-creator.
Right.
Vinod Rawat,
Right.
Sandeep Modi are my co-directors. Otherwise, I'll be talking about credit and I'll not be giving credit. I thought that I wouldn't know on Aarya, but actually I know.
That's amazing.
I know that. Yeah, I think you know. I think you know it's worked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Without the numbers, without it, and that's great, it's without the numbers. Even now, the numbers are important, because the numbers will allow me to, Disney Plus Hotstar will greenlight season 2 because of the numbers. Our problem was that we were sort of trying to figure whether success was likability or whether success was return of investment. There are many kinds of successes, right? There is personal success, critical success, there's commercial success.
Absolutely.
There is Friday weekend success. There is all the, so now the good thing is that, and they're all very important successes. I think that one of the things that we perhaps in the Hindi film industry were looking at was opening weekend success rather than return of investment success.
Right.
And that's really one of the big things that has also happened over here, which is I am not dependent on the Friday mafia telling me that, okay, because what they didn't look at was an index that said return of investment. This movie actually cost this much, and it got so much, that means your profitability is this much.
Mhm.
And therefore the people earned that much. Now, as soon as that hopefully may happen, may not happen in movies,
Right.
it's certainly not happen in the OTT platform, because
Right.
they only the algorithms and but what I will be privy to, and I know that I trust Disney Plus Hotstar a lot as
Mhm.
an OTT platform, and yes, I know that they will share these things with me to
Right.
say how many subscribers we got, this is what
Hmm.
happened, because these are all learnings that will be part of our own growth.
Absolutely.
So good and bad, like all things in life.
Well, let's talk about Ram Madhvani films. What is the blueprint for RMF? How does the blueprint for RMF looks like? Are there more stories cooking up, and can we expect a more clutter-breaking series soon?
We do have some things obviously happening. There are things that are brewing. We are a production house. We do need to keep it going.
Right.
We have other directors. We are doing the advertising. We want to now tell people that yes, we are also in shows and in that market, and trying to make sure that we make content for that. So yes, there are plans, but given the current situations, I don't know whether we're in any position. I love being in the present, but I realize 90% of my life lives in the future. What is happening tomorrow? What is my plan tomorrow? When am I shooting? What is the script session? It's
Right.
all tomorrow. But on my plans, so much of my plans are not, it's all there. I think best for us to discuss that after it happens, rather than me telling you or you saying, why did this take 9 years?
Do you think audiences will come out of this with an enhanced and a changed taste palette? And do you think we are up for the game now, or the filmmakers have to take up a notch, have to take their content up a notch to survive through the variety?
Personally, I feel that there is good stuff, there is not so good stuff.
Right.
Whether it's movies or whether it's OTT or
Right.
whatever it is, there's always been good stuff, great stuff, not so good stuff. I think that is so. I think it's a little too general a comment to feel that everybody will up their game. I think a lot of people, and including me, who's part of that, trying to up the game and trying to put stuff out and struggling to put stuff out. I think we're all climbing the same mountain with the same problems and the same, trying to figure that out. But it's not as if I think that you will find some that work, some that don't work. But I don't think that anybody sets out to make a hit film. I don't think anybody sets out to make a bad film. We all want it to be the greatest film ever. Right. And sometimes it doesn't work, and then they say that it's bad, and who knows, I will be, this is part of the career choice. And I keep telling even the directors in my company, when we used to play cricket as kids, we used to say, hey, you don't want to play, take your ball, go away. The people in my company also, I said, listen, either we are here and we climb the mountain and we play it, right? We play this game. Yeah. Or we shouldn't be playing this game, right? And these are things that we're all of us who are over here, all people out here who are trying to make it. Is, believe you me, it is a huge mountain to climb. It is a huge thing. Sure. I have huge respect for anybody who goes out there, makes any movie, any show, any short film. It is a major struggle. And so I am now when I look at anything, I say first, oh man, you got it out there. That's fantastic. Yeah. That itself is huge. I'm no longer as critical. I'm more compassionate now about my own views. Sure. I say, hey man, you went out there, you believed in what it was, and that's great. And that's actually a wonderful major battle to have won.